What if I told you that there is one rule, just one, that the wealthiest people in the world quietly follow? Not a trick, not a get-rich-quick scheme, not something that only works if you already have a lot of money. One rule, available to everyone, including you, including right now, wherever you are starting from. This rule does not require a university degree. It does not require a big salary. It does not require you to understand complicated financial language or invest in things you have never heard of. It requires one thing, and one thing only: time. That's it. Time is the secret ingredient. And when you combine time with this one rule, something almost magical starts to happen to your money. The rule has a name. It has been around for hundreds of years. The smartest investors in the world have called it the most powerful force in finance. And yet most ordinary people, people who work hard every single day, have never truly understood it or used it for themselves. Today, that changes. Today we are going to learn the one rule that builds wealth fast. We are going to understand it completely, using the simplest language possible. We are going to see exactly how it works, why most people miss it, and precisely what you can do to start using it today. The rule is called the rule of compound growth. Stay with me, because by the time this video ends, you are never going to look at money or time the same way again. Okay, let us start from the very beginning, because I want to make sure that absolutely everyone watching this, no matter what your background is, walks away understanding compound growth completely. Let me tell you a story, the simplest possible story. Imagine you have a magic apple tree. In the first year, this tree gives you one apple. But here is the special thing about this tree. Every apple it grows can be planted to grow a new tree. And every new tree also grows apples. And those apples grow more trees. And those trees grow more apples. You do not have to do anything extra. You just have to leave the apples on the tree and let nature do its job. Year 1, 1 apple. Year 2, 2 apples. Year 3, 4. Year 4, 8. Year 5, 16. By year 10, you have over 1,000 apples. From one single apple at the start. You did not work harder. You did not plant more seeds yourself. You just let time and the tree do what they do. That is compound growth. Now let us replace the apple tree with money. And let us replace the apples with interest, which is just the extra money that grows on top of money when it is saved or invested. Here is the simple version of how it works with real money. You save a small amount of money. That money earns interest, meaning the bank or investment grows your money by a small percentage. Let us say 10% per year, just to keep the numbers simple. So if you save 100, after 1 year you have 110. Simple enough. But here is where compound growth becomes different from regular interest. In year 2, you do not earn 10% on the original 100. You earn 10% on 110, the total you had at the end of year 1. So year 2 gives you 121, not 120. That extra one seems tiny, but watch what happens over time. Year 1, 110. Year 5, around 161. Year 10, almost 260. Year 20, over 670. Year 30, over 1,700. From 100, with nothing added, just left alone to grow. Do you see what happened there? The money did not grow in a straight line. It grew slowly at first, almost invisibly. And then it started to curve upward. And then it started to fly. That curve, that slow start, and then the explosion has a name. Mathematicians call it an exponential curve, but you do not need to remember that word. Just remember the shape. Slow, then faster, then fast, then breathtaking. This is the rule that builds wealth fast. Not fast like tomorrow. Fast like compared to doing nothing or doing the wrong things, the difference is staggering. Now I want to show you something that is going to make this even more real. It is a little shortcut that anyone can use, no calculator needed, to figure out how fast compound growth will double your money. It is called the Rule of 72, and it works like this. You take the number 72. You divide it by the interest rate or growth rate you are getting on your money, and the answer tells you how many years it will take for your money to double. Let me show you exactly how simple this is. If your money is growing at 6% per year, 72 divided by 6 equals 12. Your money doubles every 12 years. If your money is growing at 8% per year, 72 divided by 8 equals 9. Your money doubles every 9 years. If your money is growing at 12% per year, 72 divided by 12 equals 6. Your money doubles every 6 years. Now think about what doubling means in real life. If you start with the equivalent of 1 month's salary invested at 8%, it doubles every 9 years. You do not add anything more, you just leave it. In 9 years, double. In 18 years, 4 times your original amount. In 27 years, 8 times. 1 month's salary, left alone, becomes 8 months' salary in less than 30 years. And if you keep adding small amounts regularly while that original amount is growing, the numbers become genuinely hard to believe. Albert Einstein, one of the smartest people who ever lived, was once asked what the most powerful force in the universe was. He said, compound interest. He called it the 8th wonder of the world. He said, those who understand it earn it. Those who do not pay it. Read that last part again. Those who do not understand compound growth, they pay it. In the form of loans, credit card debt, and interest charges that grow against them instead of for them. The same force that builds wealth can also destroy it, depending on which side of it you are on. We are going to make sure you are on the right side of it. Now we need to talk about the one thing that destroys compound growth before it even has a chance to work. It is not a bad investment. It is not the economy. It is not bad luck. It is waiting. Waiting until you earn more. Waiting until the time is right. Waiting until you understand it better. Waiting until things settle down. Waiting for a sign that now is the moment to start. And the cruel truth about compound growth is this. The years you wait at the beginning are the most expensive years of all. Because those are the years when your money would have had the most time to grow. And time, once it is gone, cannot be bought back at any price. Let me show you this with a real comparison. And I want you to pay close attention because this is one of the most important things in this entire video. Adese saves for just 10 years, then stops completely. She does not add another coin after age 32. She just lets the money sit and grow. Emeka saves for 30 years straight. He starts later but is much more disciplined. He puts in 3 times as much money over his lifetime. Who ends up with more money at age 62? Adese, by a significant amount. Not because she saved more. She actually saved less total money. But because she started 10 years earlier, her money had 10 extra years of compound growth that Emeka's money never got. Those 10 early years were worth more than Emeka's 30 later years. That is the power of time in compound growth. And that is the devastating cost of waiting. Every single year you wait to start, you are not just delaying your savings. You are cutting off years from the most powerful end of your growth curve, the steep end, the part where the numbers start to fly. Okay, you understand what compound growth is. You understand why time is everything. Now let us talk about what to actually do in real, honest, simple steps. Because knowing about compound growth without acting on it is the same as knowing about a treasure buried in your garden and never picking up a shovel. Step 1. Start with whatever you have. Today, the most important step is the first one, not the biggest one, not the perfect one, the first one. Compound growth does not care how much you start with. It cares how long your money has to grow. So even a small amount started today is worth more than a large amount started 3 years from now. Open a savings account, a money market account, a simple investment fund, something that earns interest or growth. Move the smallest realistic amount you can into it, right now, before this video ends if possible. Step 2. Make IT consistent. Compound growth gets dramatically more powerful when you keep adding to it regularly. Even small additions, monthly, weekly, however you can, add to the base that is growing. A small stream of water, flowing consistently, eventually fills the largest lake. Set up an automatic contribution if your bank allows it, even if the amount feels embarrassingly small. Because small and consistent will always beat large and occasional. Step 3, do not touch it. This is the hard one. Because every time you withdraw from your compound growth pot, every time you dip into it for something that is not a real emergency, you do not just lose that amount. You lose everything that amount would have grown into over the coming years. Think of it like cutting branches off your apple tree. You get the apple now, but that branch would have grown more apples every year for the next 30 years. Every withdrawal costs more than its face value. Step 4, Choose the right home for your money. Not all places where you keep money will give you compound growth. Cash stuffed in a mattress or sitting in a zero-interest account grows nothing. You need your money somewhere that earns a return. A savings account with decent interest, a money market fund, a low-cost investment fund, or any regulated financial product that pays you to keep money there. You do not need to understand advanced investing to start. Start with the simplest, most accessible option available to you. As you learn more, you can expand. But start somewhere that your money actually grows. Step 5. Reinvest everything. This is the technical heart of compound growth. Any interest, any returns, any growth your money earns, do not take it out. Let it stay in. Let it become part of the base that grows next time. This is the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest pays you the same amount every year based on your original amount. Compound interest pays you more every year because it earns on the growing total. The only way to access compound interest is to leave the growth in. Here is a simple way to remember all 5 steps. Start, add, leave it, put it in the right place, and let the returns compound. Start, add, leave, right place, compound. That is the entire wealth building system, dressed up in fancy language by financial experts everywhere, but underneath it is always this. 5 steps, available to everyone. Before we close, there is something important I have to tell you, because compound growth is not always your friend. When it is working for you, in savings and investments, it is the most powerful wealth-building force available. But when it is working against you, in loans and debt, it is one of the most effective wealth-destroying forces that exists. Here is what that looks like in real life. You borrow money. The loan charges you interest, let us say 20% per year, which is not unusual for mobile loans or credit cards. If you only make small minimum payments, the interest compounds on top of the interest. Your debt grows, not linearly, exponentially. The same curve that builds wealth so beautifully, working in reverse, can trap people in debt for years, even decades. This is why Einstein's quote cuts both ways. The people who understand compound growth earn it. The people who do not, they pay it, to banks, to loan apps, to credit cards, for years. So here is the practical takeaway from this section. 2 things matter equally. First, start compound growth working for you as early as possible, with whatever you can save or invest. Second, get out of high-interest debt as fast as possible, because every day that debt stays, compound growth is working against you. Both of these actions, simultaneously. That is the complete picture of using this rule to build wealth fast. Let me bring everything together. The one rule that builds wealth fast is compound growth. It works because money that earns growth, and whose growth is left in to earn more growth, does not grow in a straight line. It grows in a curve. Slowly at first, almost invisibly. Then faster still. Until, given enough time, the numbers become hard to believe. The rule of 72 shows you just how quickly your money can double at different growth rates. And the story of a Deez and a Mecca shows you that starting early, even with less, is worth more than starting late with more. The enemy is not a small starting amount. The enemy is waiting. Every year you delay is a year cut from the steepest, most powerful part of your growth curve. So here is what I want you to do when this video ends. Not next week. Not when things improve. Today, find the smallest realistic amount you can set aside. Open or identify the right account or product where it can grow. Move that amount in, and then leave it. You have just started using the one rule that builds wealth fast. The same rule that every financially successful person in every country at every income level quietly follows. It is available to you. It has always been available to you, and now you understand it. Time is passing either way. The only question is whether your money is growing while it does. Plant the seed today, water it consistently, do not dig it up, and then trust the tree. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more honest, simple conversations about money, and I will see you in the next one.